Wednesday!
Yay!
Hello.
I'm so happy to be here.
Oh my goodness. It's Wednesday here on the Makers Learn.
It's our live day.
YouTube channel.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, it's live stream day. This is like, seriously, y'all, in case you didn't hear the memo, every Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, stop what you're doing and get here. Like, this is what you're going to want to do. Every week we have a new craft project. Every week we have something new. And y'all, by next week, we should be at 600,000 YouTube subscribers. Thank you guys so much.
That's huge.
If you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you get the best of both worlds. You can enjoy all our videos and you'll see it pop up on your feed when we post a new video.
Y'all, I have been on the back end, like
every day.
Refresh. Every like a few hours, I'm like, okay, we've got 27
Yeah.
more. We've got 3 more. I like cute because I'm ready
incredible.
for it to happen.
It is
I know.
so good. So I'm super excited for all of you to be here to hang out with us today because we are going to give you an amazing project.
Yes, this is one that everyone has been super hyped about, especially on our TikTok and our Instagram.
Yes.
So we have like a different set of following over there, I feel like, because the algorithm's different than YouTube.
Right.
And so lots of people picked up on this video and we realized we had one from a while back and we thought, let's do an updated tutorial for you all so that you can get all of the details. And we're throwing in a little stencil tutorial.
It's going to be good.
Razzle dazzle.
It is going to be so good, y'all.
Yeah.
But did you know President's Day is this coming Monday?
I just learned this a few hours ago, which is terrible.
We don't work on President's Day.
Yeah, learn that also. Thanks, Sin. Sin, let us know.
Thank you. I'm so excited. What are you going to do with this new day?
I don't know. I'm hoping it feels like spring so I can like go to the park or something because it feels amazing in Tennessee today.
Yeah, it's amazing. We're going to have to go on like a company walk after this. It's going to be so good. So since it's President's Day coming up, we have our President's Day sale. I feel like every furniture company has a President's Day sale.
Me too.
So I was like, I want to make sure we give you guys everything because when you see this project, you're going to see the cut file in action. You're going to see everything here. And we know that you Alicia, we have 600,000 YouTube subscribers, which means they're interested in Cricut.
Oh, for sure.
But we don't have 600,000 members yet. So we're just waiting for you all to join.
We're just, the clock is ticking.
The clock's ticking. So seriously, if you want our Cricut training, our master classes, our courses, over 10,000. I think it's like 12,000 plus cut files.
It's got to be
now.
up to like 12,000 at this point. Yeah.
So we're at 12,000 cut files, over 1,000 fonts. We have commercial use license. And honestly, y'all, this is like my life work. Like I've worked on this for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we'd love for you to join us. We have a Flash 30 coupon code to support President's Day. So if you're looking to join, be sure to join. If you're a new member, welcome. Yes. Hope y'all are doing great. And it is so good. So glad you all are here. Yeah. So let's talk about what you're doing today.
Okay, so first of all, this is technically a Dollar Tree craft.
No way. Why is that on the title?
So I don't know, actually.
It's okay.
Oh wait, it is in the title. I would never do us dirty like that. I knew. If it's listen, if we're using Dollar Tree items, we are gonna let y'all know.
We're letting you know.
And honestly, if we can use Dollar Tree, we do because we know that y'all love it. And this stainless steel tumbler from Dollar Tree has been like probably my favorite $3 to $5 section.
I was about to say it has been consistent for us.
Yeah, we've used it like in different type of crafts and tumbler. Like we've done a resin tumbler with it. We did just HTV on it. So I love it.
It's special.
Yeah.
So you're going to love getting to figure out how you're doing it. And Alicia, give us a little sneak peek. Like, if I'm watching, should I be scared to do this?
Absolutely not. No. And what I think happens is people see an unfamiliar like ingredient.
I was about to say, there's some stuff over there that I'm like.
Yeah, so we're using ferric chloride today, which sounds really fancy. And
it is.
It's really,
Where do you get it?
At Amazon. You can just get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
And there's lots of different brands. The brand like doesn't change from brand to brand. It's just a chemical.
Okay.
And so a lot of people think they can just use like glass etching cream on stainless steel, and it's not because it's a different
totally different formula.
Right, different components go into it.
So differently.
The ferric chloride can actually, it works on like brass and copper. And I wish I don't know what happened. We had this cute little tray that said hippies welcome here.
Yeah.
And it was brass and we etched it with ferric chloride. So you can use this to etch lots of different things.
This is good to have in your back pocket when you're not doing your regular etching.
Yes, for sure.
I think etching is like so not talked about enough.
Yes.
Because the durability, your lifespan, and so much more with this technique.
And it's classy looking.
It's very classy.
It's very classy. It's not like super like crazy and colorful. It's kind of subtle.
It's not vinyl, you know, you're using vinyl, but that's not going to be your end result.
Right.
So I think if you've never done this, you're going to learn a lot today.
I agree.
My second tutorial that you're really getting today is a really great understanding of how to truly make a stencil.
Yes.
If you've never made a stencil with your Cricut, stick with us. You're going to love getting to see Alicia build the stencil, bring it together, and it's going to be so awesome.
And I'll say this time that I did it the correct way. Y'all, I used to make some you know how I do my stencils the old way? I'll show y'all how I do it the old way, but I'm going to show you how to do it the right way today.
My gosh. Well, Lori just donated $1.99.
Oh,
thank you, Lori.
Aw.
And she's from Not Spring in Colorado. She's saying it's not springy. Well, I thought you were telling your city.
You mean Hot Springs? Is that a place?
Yeah. Sorry. It's feeling great here. So it'll be there to you soon.
Yes.
And I also saw some friends from East Tennessee. We've got Gatlinburg represented, Knoxville represented.
Hi.
Y'all, we are like in the same hour radius. So
yes. I'm sure it's beautiful there too. Then.
Yeah. We're glad that you are here with us. And again, if you have any questions regarding membership, we would love to answer those for you today.
For sure.
We're going to show you around the membership because this file is like so good.
Yeah. Should we just jump into it?
Let's jump into it.
Okay, let's do it. So
yay. Marina said her bottle arrived from Amazon yesterday. How about that?
Oh, cool. So you can do this in real time with us, Marina. Okay, I love that. This is very science lab-ish, and y'all know about that. If you are wanting to, I feel like some people get the etching and like the citrus strip kind of confused.
Yes.
So this is not like the citrus strip. The citrus strip is when you take a powder coated tumbler, we apply actual citrus strip to it, and then it etches the tumbler. This is going to be actually etching the surface of the stainless steel tumbler. So we're taking a standard stainless steel tumbler. Now this is the Dollar Tree $5 tumbler that I'm obsessed with. We have used these for so many different projects. And so this is what we're going to be etching on today. So let me kind of go over everything that you are going to need and why you're going to need those certain items. So to start with, obviously you're going to need your tumbler. I have our Star Mask by Starcraft. This is stencil vinyl. Now, you do not have to use stencil vinyl. You can use scrap regular adhesive vinyl. I would not recommend permanent vinyl just because it's going to stick a lot more intensely, I guess.
Sure.
You just need it to stick enough and so lay down flatly, so you don't want to have to use your good permanent vinyl. If you have some old removable vinyl or stencil vinyl laying around, that will work perfectly.
Now my secret is that I just like to use a color of vinyl I accidentally bought.
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, and it will work great.
Yeah.
I've never had any issues yet, and I've stenciled many different things, but I find myself using purples, greens, pinks, colors that just do not.
That you bought, and I know y'all have bought vinyls that you don't use.
Me, I always do.
Me too. So use the ones that you're not really going to be using for other projects. You just need to stay stuck to your tumbler while we do the corrosive part of it. So the secret ingredient that we're going to be using is this ferric chloride. So this is it says on the front, copper etchant solution. This will etch copper. You can see there's lots of little warnings here, poison, corrosive. So obviously when you're working with stuff like this, you're going to need the proper PPE. So things such as vinyl gloves, mask if you're not in a well-ventilated area, which we are, glasses, things like that, just to protect yourself. We always want you all to stay safe when you're crafting. And then you're also going to need some pure baking soda. So this is our neutralizing agent. This basically works when we are done with everything. We're going to kind of put this over everything to neutralize it so it doesn't continue to corrode the material that's beneath it. Hopefully that makes sense. So Let's see, we've got a few other little things. You're gonna need some cotton balls. So we have tried this with Q-tips, washcloths. I feel like this is the best way to do it, mainly because it's disposable. Like when you're done, you're done. It takes up enough room that you need to cover your entire stencil and things like that. So cotton balls. I've got a bowl here. You can use a disposable bowl if you would like. This does wash out, like everything washes out. This is like a craft bowl, so we don't eat out of this bowl. Like, get your designated craft bowl. I feel like if you're a crafter, you probably got a designated craft bowl somewhere. I've got some painter's tape. I have a measuring tape, a weeding tool, a burnishing tool, so like your standard Cricut tools. And then I also have a piece of butcher paper down. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I've got paper down to protect the surface. Yeah, we don't want to get this like on anything. And then I have just a standard grip Cricut mat, and I cleaned this mat. Aren't you guys so proud of me?
Look at you.
Aren't you so proud? I cleaned it just for this. Well, I cleaned one yesterday, and I thought
it's because you watched my video.
It definitely was. And so I was like, I need to clean a mat for today's live because it was just looking janky. And then I've already cut out our stencil, but I'm going to show you all how to make this stencil. Let me go overhead so you can see really good. I'm going to show you all how to make this little stencil. So we're going to do cheetah print. Isn't that cute? I love it. Yes. So let's go ahead and go into Design Space. Do I have any questions so far?
Oh my goodness. Everyone's letting us know about where they're at. How's the weather?
Yay.
I mean, we've got 53 where I am in Hawaii. We've got,
Hawaii.
You know, people in Austin, upper 70s. So good.
I love it. I love it. And Carol made a good point. Citrus Strip removes the coating. Ferric chloride etches.
Yes.
So it like erodes the steel. Okay. So we are in Design Space. Let's go ahead and open up our website. So we really need to start from the Maker's Gonna Learn website. That's where you're gonna be able to retrieve all of the yummy files that we like to use. So I am on the home page. Let me get logged in really quick. So sign in.
I love our website. It's like my favorite.
This is, so we just updated, well, I don't want to say just.
Over 6 months ago.
Has it been 6 months already?
I don't know, October.
It's been a few months, but the new website is beautiful.
Yes.
So if you're new, this is our website. You can see we did this last week. Snow globe glass tumbler, cute, gorgeous. We do lots of master classes for our members. Those are member-only content, so you have to be a member to access any of those.
Plus our 30 days to master your Cricut challenge. And we're honestly trying to figure out what new things our members want. So if you have a request, let us know. There's quite a few different ideas we have going on. So let us know what you're really needing help with. We would love to have that conversation today.
Absolutely.
If you're a member, and if you're not a member, we just want to let you know that we want you to feel included. So
absolutely.
Be sure to share.
Carrie, we are still using ferric chloride today. You're just going to need baking soda to neutralize the ferric chloride, but the actual etching solution is ferric chloride. So you can see, first of all, look how cute these cheetah letters are. I have not used these on a craft yet, but I am dying to because they're so cute. And I'm just like really obsessed with cheetah, period. So we're gonna actually be using this file right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and download it. It's gonna pop into a zip folder down here. You can just double click that. And then we're gonna double click the folder, and we are gonna be using the SVG today. So let's open Design Space back up. I'm going to go to the far left, hit upload, and then we're going to hit upload image. And then I'm going to select my finder and just click and drag that cheetah print into Design Space. Now, if I'm going a little bit too fast for you all, we do this in the beginning of all of our videos, and all of our videos are posted on our channel. So even though this is a live stream, you're going to get to go back and watch it. So we're going to go ahead and upload that. You can see I already uploaded it earlier. And I'm going to just
Can we just talk about how easy it was to upload that?
I mean, what was that, like 15 seconds flat or something?
A lot of times we have people confused how our membership works in relation to Design Space. And it's that easy. It's that fluid. It takes, I would say, an extra 10 to 15 seconds, which creates a lot of value for you. So if you are a Cricut Access member, and we had this conversation last week. Was it last week? Your week before last?
Week before last, yeah.
You know, Cricut Access, you don't have access to the file forever.
Right.
Or you've downloaded it now, you have that forever.
You own it.
You own it, you know, at least personal use, even if you cancel your membership. So if you're considering Maker's Gonna Learn today, it can really be that easy.
It really is. Okay, So when I pull it in, obviously our final result looks a lot different than this result. So right off the bat, I want to go ahead and just get the outlines of my spots. I don't necessarily want those brown spots in between the black. So when you pull this file in, it's grouped together as 2 layers. So I'm just going to hit this little button right here. This allows us to group and ungroup. I want to ungroup so that I can delete that brown layer. So you can see here, I can just select the brown layer, and I know that the brown layer is selected because right up here you can see this brown is popping up, and all you can do is hit delete. So we just want the black outlines for this project. It's just gonna make it a lot easier. We don't need to be etching both layers in this instance. And then what we're gonna do, put a pause on Design Space. Let's go overhead and measure our cup. So this is the parts where we're gonna be doing kind of like a full wrap on the top edge of this tumbler.
Now let me pause you. Kim has asked a question that actually I'm very interested in knowing too. So I'm selfishly asking, where did we get that bottle of baking soda?
This is from Amazon.
Oh my goodness. Amazon takes such good care of us.
And I think I linked this one because I thought this is great because it's not like the box ones that stay open. And it has like, you can spoon it out or you can shake it out like a salt shaker.
No way.
Yeah, so this is pretty handy.
Now I will say, this is a little bit different of a bottle, but oh no, we ordered this exact one, 12 ounces. Yeah, the bottle looks different now.
Oh,
but this is the same one we ordered, so I don't know if the picture's different, number one. Number two, it's a little bit more expensive than,
well, y'all know prices on everything.
You know, baking soda at the store, I don't know what it is right now, but at the store it used to be, 60 different, 60 different.
Prices?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
60 cents for a little container.
Oh, yeah.
So
oh, gosh.
We're also getting a really great question from our community.
Okay.
So we have Shelby and Laura here. So Laura just joined Makers Gonna Learn. Congratulations, Laura.
Yay.
Makers Gonna Learn is the cut files, the fonts, everything you need to master your Cricut. That is our membership promise, and we've been doing this for 5 years. Fonts, cut files, courses, books, member-only Facebook groups, so much in the membership, okay? Number two is Design, Make, Sell Inner Circle. So we have Shelby here saying, do I have to join Makers Gonna Learn for access to cut files? Yes. Inner Circle gives you access to Design, Make, Sell, where we'll teach you how to sell your crafts, design cut files, make amazing projects. Alicia, she does a great job in that. And then I teach you pretty much how to sell.
Yes.
Those are the 3 things we teach in there. Alicia, last week, I spent 2 hours in the program coaching students one-on-one. Like,
and we're
you got to
in
watch.
Discord.
We're in the chat.
We're in there talking to you all. Like our whole team is involved in chit-chatting with you all into Discord.
So those are the 2 angles that you can work with Makers Gonna Learn. Whether it's inside the regular membership for crafters or it's inside the business membership where it's Inner Circle. And that's why we call it Inner Circle. It's a smaller group, more intimate, and we create results for you. Whether it's your business name, getting started on social media, so much more than just crafting. If you're here just for crafting, Makers Gonna Learn membership is perfect for you. And that President's Day sale, use that coupon code FLASH30 when you go for that annual membership. You will not regret it, my friend.
Yes.
So yay, love it.
Okay, so we measured the top portion of our cup. Now, if you were just putting a decal on this, you don't need to measure the entire circumference of the cup. You just want to measure the area that your decal is going to, that your stencil is going to be going into. So if I just wanted to do it like right here on the front, I could do like a 3 by 3.5. And my height, I don't want to go past this lip because it starts getting a little wonky when you get on this like this curvature area. So I kind of stop at 3.5. So I'm going to do 10.5 by 3.5 because we are going to do a full wrap decal. So let's go back into Design Space. And all I've done is pull in a basic square, and I'm going to unlock my square. And then in the width box, I'm going to put 10.5 by 3.5. Okay. So we've got our little square right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it over to the top left corner of this cheetah print, and we can select both of these, and we are going to align to the left And we're gonna align to the top. So this is nestled right up in this top left corner of our design. And then what I'm gonna do is shrink, Command Z, undo that. I'm gonna select the cheetah print just on its own, and I'm gonna shrink it down to the exact width of our rectangle. So this cheetah print is technically a seamless pattern.
Wow.
So if I land it correctly and my measurements are perfect, then it should look like a seamless cheetah print pattern all the way around.
Can we do it?
We can do it.
Woohoo.
I believe in us. So that's why I'm shrinking my cheetah to fit within the width parameters of this rectangle. Now, the next thing you're gonna want to do is select both layers, and we're gonna hit slice. And what this is gonna do is we can delete that. We don't need it anymore. Basically, we're just gonna be left with these spots only. Okay, so now what I need to do, it looks done, right? Like it kind of looks finished, but it looks a little bit different than this one over here. So what I'm gonna do, I have saved the wrong cheetah print first of all. Let's go back. You need to save the spots. So you need to save the, does that make sense? We don't wanna save the negative space, we wanna save the actual spots. So I've got my spots that I sliced out.
And can we talk about, can you bring that back real quick,
Yeah.
Alicia? Let's just talk about this real quick. So this right here, if you zoom in a little bit,
let's zoom in.
For everyone at home, look at how your little, at the bottom of the one that looks like a stencil, there's no way that, you know, if you applied that, you would be able to, you know, make sure that line is there properly.
Right,
So,
there's not gonna be, see right here beneath these spots, there's no cut lines. It would only cut up at that top area, and then there would be no cut there. So you would have to manually, like with an X-Acto knife or something, go in and cut it.
like painter's tape, I don't even know what you would do.
Yeah,
you know what
it
I mean?
would make it much more complicated.
So the negative, we're deleting it out. We do not need the negative anymore.
Let's just get
and we
rid
can
of
pick
them.
back right where you're at.
Yeah. So then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to create my stencil border around our cheetah print spots. So before we made a 10.5 by 3.5 rectangle. Now I'm gonna create an 11 by 4. So I'm giving myself a 1/2 inch allowance all the way around my cheetah print. So I'm pulled in my square. I'm gonna unlock it again, and we're gonna make this 11 wide by 4 tall. And then I'm going to click and drag, so I've got both of my layers selected, and we are going to center them. So you can't see the cheetah print. I'll send this to the back just so you all can see. Now the cheetah print is centered in our rectangle, and I'm going to select both layers. I'm selecting both of the layers, and I'm going to slice.
Smart.
So then we can remove all of this, and we can delete it. And y'all, I know that I'm using slice when I could be using the new functions. Don't come at me, okay? You can use the other functions. I think you could use subtract there or exclude. But basically,
Alicia,
we just sliced it out.
one day those functions are gonna go away.
I know, and then I'll have to learn. I actually do it. I do it when I'm by myself sometimes. It's just whatever my brain goes to first.
Yeah, no worries. Oh my gosh, we have such a sweet friend here, Debbie. She says, Tanner, this is my first live with you. I've watched other videos with you, not just live. I just love your personality. Debbie, thank you so much for being here, my friend. I hope you enjoy our entire arsenal of videos and live streams that you can watch on demand. So thanks for being here.
We're glad you're here.
Yes.
Okay, y'all, that's it. And
you did it.
Yeah, we did it. And so all you would do is just add, we've got our Star Mask stencil vinyl here. So if you all have watched any of my stencil videos, I'm like a stencil maker. I just feel like I make stencils a lot. But this is my favorite stencil vinyl. You can get this on the 143 Vinyl website. So it's 143vinyl.com. And all you would do is just cut yourself a piece of vinyl that is at least 11 by 4 and probably needs to be like 12 by 5 at least. Give yourself enough room and just line it up to this top edge. And I could just trim it right here. And then we're gonna go back into design space. I'm gonna hide one of these. And you would go make it, and you don't need to mirror your image with a stencil, nothing like that. I'm gonna select continue. And there is actually a stencil vinyl base material setting. So you can just type in stencil. And I typically just use this basic stencil vinyl setting. I'll hit done. Keep it on basic default pressure. We're going to be using a fine point blade. Then you're going to load it into your mat and let it cut. And there you go.
I love it.
That's it.
Now, I want to pick on Alicia for a second.
You can pick on me. It's okay. I'll allow it.
Some of the cool features of the new functions is that Alicia kind of made herself do a little bit more work.
Yes.
When you are still using Slice, like we've been accustomed to, you had more work to do. There was more layers.
It keeps all the layers there that you cut through.
So you cut through them, and then you have to delete them out. And someone asked a great question, like, how many do you know you made? What I do when I slice, when you click that slice button, you'll be fascinated to not keep your eyes on the canvas, actually move your eyes to your layers panel.
Yes.
You will see 3 or 4 new layers appear, and it's beautiful. It's a really fun part of the show, like that. The training you could get.
And the layers panel is so helpful. A lot of people, I think, are intimidated by the layers panel for some reason, but it can be very beneficial if you start learning how it works and how you can use it to your benefit, especially whenever you're moving layers around after you've united something.
Right.
It's just, there's a lot of benefits to utilizing that layers panel.
Yes.
So after you've cut everything out, you are going to be weeding the spots out. So we are weeding out what we want to etch onto our tumbler. So if we did words, you are going to weed out the words. You will not weed around the words. You will weed the actual word out.
Can I just say, if you're not paying attention and you're wanting to really learn stencils, come back to us.
Yes.
Come back to the show. Alicia, just repeat that one more time.
Okay, so after you cut everything out, now this has already been completely weeded, but whenever you cut your stencil out, if you do words, if you do flowers, whatever it is, you are going to weed out the portion of the stencil that you want to show up on your cup. So if you're doing words, like if you put I love you on your mug, you're going to weed out the I, the love, and the you. You will not weed out the area around the words. Does that make sense to everybody? And then, especially on this little cheetah print that we've done, I have weeded out all of the spots, and you all know how earlier I was talking about if we had used the negative space for our stencil, how we wouldn't have cut lines beneath our cheetah print spots. You all can see here now, I have cut right here. So because I put that border, because I put that box around our cheetah print, it allowed me to actually cut out the entire spot rather than missing the bottoms of these spots that get cut off.
It's beautiful.
So hopefully that makes sense to you all, and I have already weeded, honestly, because this would have taken me forever to do on a live stream. So I went ahead and weeded it. And then I used the Caesar transfer tape. That's my favorite transfer tape. But use whatever you've got on hand.
Y'all know me and Alicia also can debate that.
Tanner likes the masking.
I like masking paper transfer tape a lot. It's very affordable.
It is. This is a little bit more bougie. It is a little bit more bougie, and it doesn't.
You can treat yourself though.
Yeah, treat yourself. I use it all the time. It's my favorite. I keep a roll of this, like a 5-foot roll of this on deck.
That's awesome.
Okay, so before we start doing anything, I'm gonna make sure. I already actually did this before we came on, but you need to make sure. Hold on, let me make sure I'm in center before I start showing y'all. Make sure that you have cleaned your entire thing with rubbing alcohol. You can just take a paper towel and clean it with rubbing alcohol really well. And y'all, I don't know what the Dollar Tree was thinking. And I don't know if y'all can even see it. Can you see the square right here where the price tag was?
Oh.
I'm so bothered by that.
Yeah.
So normally their price stickers are on the bottom when I buy these, but for some reason, they thought it would be smart to put it right there. And now you can see where it was, and I don't know why. I have cleaned the dickens out of this. I've cleaned it, and it won't come off. But that's fine. We're etching, and no one's going to know. No one's going to be able to see it. So clean it with alcohol, just rubbing alcohol and a paper towel. Just wipe it off really good to make sure there's no debris or oil from fingerprints and things like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my stencil. We're about to get into the fun part. So I'm just going to pull this backing off. And I'm hoping that this lines up really well. I would love to have a seamless
I would love that for you too, Alicia.
Me too. But you know, y'all know, if you're a crafter, you know it don't always work out like that.
Mama Rom, welcome. She says, I caught my first live. Welcome, welcome,
Hi.
welcome.
Okay, I'm already making a rookie mistake, y'all.
What did you do?
Okay, so I'm gonna keep this on here, and in order for me to fully wrap it around, I'm gonna flip it over to the back, and I'm just going to bend this back right here. So I'm just bending back a little bit of that backer, about 1 inch. And then I'm gonna line this up with the edge of my tumbler. Can y'all see this? If my head starts getting in the way, you tell me, Sadie.
I mean, we have to sacrifice sometimes for perfection.
I know, and I want it to look good. So I'm just gonna line the top edge of my stencil. I'm gonna line that up with the top edge of my. So just like that, okay. Got my burnishing tool, another burnishing tool on hand. And I'm gonna come underneath here and kind of pull this down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna burnish as I go. I'm gonna move that to the side. Let's just burnish as we go. We wanna make sure everything sticks down really well. Okay.
Now for the chloride, do you recommend goggles?
I would wear safety. Yes, I would wear some type of eye protection.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, this is already crooked.
Alicia, no.
But you know what? This is why I really like using stencil vinyl, because look, it's just kind of coming up. It's going to allow me to kind of move and adjust if I need to. But like if you were using permanent vinyl, I can't promise y'all that would work for you.
Wow.
So I'm just going to, if I try to be too perfect with this, I'm going to mess up. So y'all just let me live my life. I'm going to put this on here. I'm really bad at doing things like well and accurate. I can do them well my own way.
Okay, Mama Rom. Okay, Mama Rom became a member February 1st and already is etching tons of projects. Congratulations, my friend. I do want to give you a heads up. Even if you're an amazing Cricketer, the 30-day challenge, I just want to encourage you to go take a look at. You could accomplish it if you're already cricketing a lot. You could accomplish that whole course in probably like 5 to 6 days. The reason we encourage existing members to participate in that is because we teach a lot of good stuff that has never been taught on the YouTube channel before.
Yes.
Like a lot of you, I think, sit here and it's like, oh my gosh, why would I join the membership? It's like the YouTube channel is so good.
Right.
Y'all, this is our contribution for free. Imagine what it would be like to work with us inside the programs.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
And
Alicia,
it's just a good refresher course.
Yeah, let's also talk about Alicia's pulled this up now 3 times.
It needs to be right, okay? I was trying to do it the right way for you guys, okay? Now I'm just going in, and you know
just
what?
do it your way.
I'm an eyeballer, like to my core. I'm an eyeballer. When I decorate in my house, my husband would like to kill me because I just eyeball everything. I just am free-spirited like that, I guess. Anyway, so I'm just trying to get this right. So now my other technique is to just go in. I'm putting the middle portion here, and I'm trying to get it down as straight as I possibly can. Bear with me, everybody. It's going to be worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Members, if you have not been in your course area lately, you know, Mama Rom just said, OMG, I'm going to courses now. Check out all the courses and classes. There's over 40 different classes you could take on demand, high quality courses that like is just in our back library. Like you are joining at a perfect time. So if you're not already a member, so good. So definitely check out membership. Use the coupon code FLASH30 and go for the annual membership today. It is so, so good. So yay, I love it.
Okay, y'all. I'm really trying. And I swear it's making me feel, y'all, if you guys have ever done tapered tumblers, it feels like I'm working on a tapered tumbler, but I'm not. This is not tapered. But it doesn't want to lay flat for me.
I mean, Alicia, we did get it at the Dollar Tree.
I know, but it still should lay pretty flat. So maybe it was my bad trying to do a full wrap on this. You know what I'm saying? But we're really lucky because this vinyl is coming up so
And people
easily.
just want to let you know you've lost a piece or two of your stencil.
I only lost one piece, okay?
Okay,
I only
Alicia,
lost one.
Alicia knows.
I know. It's okay. They're cheetah print spots, so they're not perfect.
Yes, exactly.
So, okay. Let's do this, you guys. This is the last time I'm trying it. If it's a little off, we're just gonna like work with it. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna do it. So, I'm gonna turn it this way. We're going to try to get this as straight as humanly possible, taking any and all constructive criticism.
Alicia, just pretend that you are in the craft room. You don't have hundreds of people watching you. You're just, it's just you.
Pressure.
It's just you.
It's just
Michelle is on a trial membership and looking forward to becoming your member, Michelle. Congratulations.
I thought you were going to say she was on a trial. I was like, what? I don't think you're supposed to tell people.
No. I'm so excited for y'all that are here. If you are on a trial or not on a trial, like your membership will be perfect for you, Michelle. And thanks for being here. The Bargain Effect says this must be the first time doing this. No, y'all, Alicia stencils all the time.
I do this literally all the time.
Literally every day. Like I recruited her and she was like, I would argue she's a pro stenciler.
You guys should know if you're crafters that stuff like this happens all the time.
Yeah, this is normal. Like you think you're gonna do this one day and you're gonna become a perfectionist? No, you're gonna do this a decade and still have a craft fail.
It's the nature of crafting is making mistakes. It's just how it is.
Yes, I love it.
You know what? We're committed to this. This is what we're doing here. So, okay, our stencil is down. It is very lumpy, but we're gonna just work with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeegee everything down. Before I remove my transfer tape, I'm gonna squeegee this down. The main thing is that you don't want your ferric chloride leaking underneath your stencil. So I'm just gonna kind of take my burnishing tool and I'm gonna flatten it down as well as I can. And I'm gonna have a few bumps here and there. But y'all, I really like this technique, especially with a pattern like cheetah print, because it's kind of mistake proof. Like you're not gonna be able to tell, even though that my vinyl isn't laid down great, you're not gonna be able to tell it after we apply the ferric chloride and like do the actual etching, if that makes sense.
Right.
So this over here looks really rough, but we are going to make it work, okay, I promise. So we're gonna pull this off. Now this front side looks gray. This is good. Okay. Pull this all the way off.
You're doing it, Alicia. You got this.
We committed. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now that it's off, you can see like there's a couple little bubbles and stuff. I'm just gonna kind of go through here and flatten all of this out. Okay. So we are getting there. And you really want to make sure that this is down because anywhere that ferric chloride goes, it could very well leak underneath. Okay. These are ugly. Just turn a blind eye, turn a blind eye.
Yeah, that's the cool part with, so patterns like this they're very forgiving.
They are.
And you're gonna have really great results with this.
Now, if you were trying to do something that was like very like perfectly symmetrical, like I think of like an Aztec design or something, it wouldn't be nearly as forgiving. But cheetah print is very organic shapes, and so that allows us to kind of make a few more little mistakes. Now, I could sit here for like 30 more minutes and make this perfect, but like,
we're on a show. We're living it up.
Right, and I don't want to bore you all with trying to get this line.
People are just having a lot of anxiety for your behalf. I'm just
well,
letting you know.
Imagine how I feel. So
you're
funny.
the entertainment today, Alicia.
No, we're fine, you guys. Everything's fine.
Everything's
fine. So, okay, this actually did not do as bad as I thought. Now, this is not great, but you know what? We can't all be perfect.
Yeah,
okay?
You're right. You are absolutely right, Alicia.
So now that I have gotten everything down, I've kind of got all of the bubbles out, especially around your spots. You want to make sure all of the bubbles are out that you can get. And then what we're going to do, I'm just going to sit this right here on my burnishing tool. Okay, so the burnishing tool trick just kind of allows us to have stability on our cup while we're working. And the next thing that we want to do is put on our PPE. So I'm going to go ahead and put on all of that.
Listen at the nurse in you talking.
PPE, personal protective equipment. So I've got gloves, glasses, everything that you need to put on. We're in a big area, so make sure you're in like a well-ventilated area.
Yes, our previous studio or two just wouldn't have done near as much. This is such a beautiful space that we have. Like, we're so blessed, so thank you guys.
Yes. Okay, so I've got this open, ready to go.
And you said cotton balls is your favorite.
Yes, cotton balls is the best way to get like even coverage without getting too much on it, because we're going to be applying it in layers. So another thing that I'm going to do is I am going to just add a piece of tape to the bottom of this cheetah print design. I'm just going to add some, mainly because I just want to avoid getting any of this ferric chloride on the bottom portion of my tumbler. Okay, so this is just to protect our cup from getting any ferric chloride where we don't want it. Okay, lined up with my janky.
I love that. Now, other people are also agreeing with you that the top part is tapered. So like, they don't think you're crazy. They actually think.
It has to be. It has to be. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It has to be tapered because that's why whenever you do a non-tapered stencil, it will bow up like that at the top.
Tell them, Alicia.
So it's not me. It's you. It's the cup. So I'm going to go ahead and get out my little cotton balls. I like to just kind of have a pile.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to be dipping my hand back into the cotton ball.
Right.
So what we're going to do is start by adding a nice thin layer of this. So we're going to go ahead and get some of this onto our cotton ball, being very careful. And we're just going to go ahead and start adding this on top of our stencil.
Wow.
Yeah, so good thin layer. We're going to do like 5 coats of this. So we're applying it all over. And honestly, be really careful. If you don't apply tape to the top edge, be careful there if any of it's exposed.
Love that.
Okay.
And after she gets done with this, we will show you all the finished one for sure.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to go through all this with you and not show you the finished product.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to apply this all over. Okay. Does anybody have questions so far?
People are saying, Carol specifically stated, the angle from above shows how the tumbler is angled, not cray-cray. And then Michelle says the top is tapered. If you line it up at the top and work downwards rather than around, it's easier to line up the stencil.
Honestly, y'all, if I had even one little hankering that it was tapered, I would have shown you all a different way to do a stencil. Actually, I probably wouldn't have done a full wrap.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's very hard when you have tapered cups to do a full wrap. So just be careful, mindful of that.
Absolutely.
What are they doing? Just Tumbler. Melanie, we are teaching how to use this chloride on an amazing Dollar Tree. We're etching it.
We're etching stainless steel, and we're using corrosive chemicals. Yeah. We're wild like that.
We're wild.
It's actually just ferric chloride. It sounds fancy, but you could buy it on Amazon.
It's so cool.
So, and there's a couple where it's overlapped. I'm going to not do this one and like these two. I'm going to skip those because they're like kind of weird looking and I don't feel like it looks like a complete cheetah spot. So I'm going to avoid those.
Megan is completely swamped, but she's still enjoying getting to listen to Maker's Center.
Hi,
Megan, so good to see you.
Always here hanging out with us.
Yes.
Okay.
Let us know, out of everyone here, do we have any questions? Do we have any other first-time visitors? I love when you guys let us know about first-time visitors. If it's your first live stream, even if you've been a fan of the show for a long time but never got to watch live, we would love to welcome you, so
Absolutely.
be sure to let us know. Yeah, this is so good.
Yeah.
Also, if there's any members here and you have any requests, I would love to chat about this at the end of the show about what type of new courses and things you would like. So be letting us know.
And y'all know we're always taking cut file requests. We love to know what kind of new cut files that you guys want because we put out like 1,000 a month. So we got to keep up with whatever you guys want. Okay, so the first layer is done. Okay, and luckily for us, like as we come around to where we first started, it's already dried. Now, if you were just doing a decal in the front, you're gonna wanna let this dry for like 5 to 10 minutes and then go back in and do another coat. And you're gonna wait that same amount of time in between coats so that it dries. And then you're applying a fresh coat on top of a dried layer. So we've already got, our first coat has already started drying, which is great for us.
Awesome. And Wendy says, this is my first live. Welcome,
Hi.
Wendy Rodriguez. Welcome to the show,
Cool.
my friend. We're so excited that you're here.
Yes.
Sarah says, how do I make a request? You can always email us, but if you just want to leave a request here in the comments, I'd love to talk about it.
Yeah.
So yay, OMG. Michelle Allen, how are you doing, my friend? I overslept. Hey.
Hey.
First time live ever.
Oh, welcome.
Kim, welcome. She says, could the missing spots be stuck back on before etching?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
For
So
sure.
like I could go back in if there's, because there's probably going to be like a small gap there. I could totally go back in and like do another spot with another piece of vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Super smart. Sassy Studio says, my first live. Welcome, welcome,
Hi.
welcome. Love it.
So look, y'all, the second coat goes on a lot faster than the first coat, mainly because I think it's already got like partial coverage. So we're already almost done with that second coat. Beautiful. And
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
So Shirley says, are all the premieres old videos? So for Shirley, new projects for 2 days of the week. So we will be mixing in some older videos with new videos.
Yes.
So we have on Saturdays, we're taking a lot of like different of the same theme, like sublimation, dollar store, Cricut hacks, things like that, and making compilation videos. You can see that. And then on other days of the week, we may publish like one older video, but we have a lot of new videos coming. Like this, we are trying to get 7 days of programming across the board.
Yes.
So like on Fridays, we republish an edited version of the previous week's live stream. So like this video will be now edited down and released next Friday. Hope that makes sense.
And we try, the reason that we want to do that a lot of times is because there's a lot of chit chat on live streams.
Yep.
And we used to do a lot more live streams. And so there were people who just wanted to watch the tutorial and we thought, oh, let's just repost it the next week.
Yes.
And that way the people that just want to watch the tutorial and don't want to listen to the chit chat can go back and they can watch it whenever they want.
Yeah, we're trying to, appeal to everyone in their own unique way.
Mm-hmm.
We also understood that not everyone in our community is available to watch 2 or 3 hours of live streams each week.
Right.
So what we have done is we want this show every Wednesday to be the show that like all week you think about. So if you can't attend live, you can watch the replay or you can watch the edited version, things like that. So we still want you to be part of this every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, that was what, coat number 3?
Yeah.
We got 2 more.
Woohoo.
2 more. We are almost there. And you
Welcome
can see
all our new friends.
Can y'all see like what's happening here?
Yeah,
Can you
it's
see
so
that
good.
It's darker than this bottom area. So it's already starting to etch, which is so cool to see. And it's really going to blow your mind when I pull a stencil off. Y'all are
I'm
going to be
shocked.
like, dang. Okay, so we're just going to keep on going. And also, I want to say, I've got a clean hand and a dirty hand. If you're a nurse, you know that that's a rule in a sterile field.
Wait, what?
You've got a clean hand and a dirty hand. So your dirty hand does the job and your clean hand stays sterile and clean for other things.
We're learning.
Yes, who knew this would be a medical lesson?
I love it.
So I'm just dabbing this on. This is our 4th coat. And I've only went through like 6 or 7 little cotton balls.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's really not bad. I feel like if y'all can get your hands on ferric chloride, you probably already have everything it takes to make this.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So, and I was saying earlier, you don't want to get too much of this ferric chloride on your cotton ball, just enough. You need just enough to put a thin coat on it. So don't like get crazy.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay. And also I'm using a burnishing tool. I probably should have used like an older burnishing tool because I'm getting a little bit on here, but it doesn't really erode plastic. So I think I can just rinse that off and it'll be totally fine. Does anyone have questions regarding like the ferric chloride or any part of the process so far?
Someone says this is so much easier and mess-free. I thought, and then she said, the whole time I thought you had to place the tumbler in the solution and waste vinyl to cover the negative space. No.
Honestly,
No.
though, I mean, yeah, that would be much more, more messy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So anyone that wants to watch an edited live stream, you'll want to go to the video tab rather than the live tab. So we'll be releasing those as videos on Fridays. So you'll see those. Super, super fun. Shannon says, been a member for years. If you're on the fence, just do it. You won't be sorry. Yes, and we have a sale. So you have an amazing Flash 30 coupon code to celebrate President's Day.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. This is our last coat.
Yes.
I can tell it's working really well though. So
I love it.
I'm feeling good.
You're awesome.
Okay. Let me get one last cotton ball.
Love it. Stephanie, first live stream. Welcome, my friend. So glad you're here, hanging out with us.
Okay. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm a little nervous about this back edge, but like I feel like it's going to be better than I think it is in my brain. Like I feel like I'm getting nervous for no reason because I think it's going to work just fine. Other than maybe having a couple holes. But okay, so this is 5 coats. You guys can tell an obvious difference from the stainless steel at the top of our tumbler versus the stainless steel at the bottom of our tumbler. This is much more shiny. This is going to be a lot darker and dulled down, and that means that the ferric acid is working.
Love it.
This acid is not just for stainless steel. You can use this on copper. What else? There's other, like brass.
Yeah.
Brass. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to let Tanner talk to you guys. I'm going to go rinse this off in the sink, and then we will reveal it together.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
So she's going to go ahead and rinse this off.
Actually, I lied. Before I go,
Welcome back.
before I go, I'm going to.
I was wondering when you were going to bring this into the picture.
Not only am I going to put this baking soda on my cup, but I'm going to put it in this bowl to neutralize any of the ferric chloride on my cotton balls. I'm also going to put water on this before I throw these away. I do not want to throw these in the trash can like this. Okay.
Wait, can you tell me why?
Because this is an acid and it's corrosive and it'll eat through. Lord knows what's in your trash can.
Scary.
Yeah, so you want to neutralize it with baking soda, and then you want to neutralize it even more with water.
Wow.
And then so I'm going to take this baking soda, and we're going to do the same thing all over our tumbler. So this part can be a little bit messy, but that's why we have butcher's tape and this is going to stop that corrosive process too.
Now, does this work on glass?
So you can use Armor Etch for glass. I would not recommend ferric chloride
I didn't
on
think
glass.
So.
Yeah. You can etch glass, just not with ferric chloride. Okay.
Right.
And then we can just.
So Lynn says, bought a Cricut 3 years ago, unboxed it and thought, holy petunias. Sadly, it has sat on a shelf, never even plugged in. Anyone's intimidated by it. So
You're in the right place.
Lynn, it's like a blessing for you to be here because 5 years ago, I committed my entire work to helping people master their Cricut machine. And that, my friend, is what we do here on the YouTube channel for free. But we also really help people inside of our membership. So if you join for a monthly or an annual subscription, we have a coupon code for annual today. I have a curriculum course that will change your life. It is our 30 days to mastering your Cricut curriculum. And inside our membership, why this will work for you is we go over 3 principles. We teach inspiration, we give you the inspiration, we obviously teach on the education, and we motivate you to use your machine. And every single thing we do, we take those 3 core principles and apply it in different ways. That's why out of every Cricut YouTube channel you'll see on the internet, there's quite a few of us nowadays. We're a big community. We show up the most because I think to be motivated, to get the result that we want, which is to be awesome crafters, we need support and we need to hang out together. So I want to invite you to join our membership. If you've had a machine 3 years, I promise you, if you join today, your life and your Cricut machine is going to look totally different, especially at the 30-day mark. So 30 days from now, you could be successfully using that Cricut, and I'd love to help you. So nice to meet you, Lynn. Welcome to the show.
Okay, everybody, are you ready? Are you guys excited?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I can already tell.
Okay, you can. Okay, and when you first rinse it off, you're gonna be like, it didn't work. It didn't work. And every time I do this, I'm like, it didn't work. And I'm like, I just trick myself every time. So let's go ahead and start peeling this off. This is completely cleaned. I cleaned everything off. Y'all, can you see? Can you see?
Oh, snap.
I just want to say I'm starting with the ugly section, and it already looks good, okay?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so we're just pulling this totally off.
Wow.
Look how cute.
Wow.
I mean, you can see there's like a few little holes there, but like,
wow.
Let's take our weeding tool and just Be careful not to scratch your stainless steel, but I'm just going to kind of pull this up.
Right.
Get off all of these centers. Okay.
That is so exciting.
What do y'all think? Is that not the coolest thing?
I'm highly impressed.
Every time I do this, I'm like, dang, that's cool. I'm always very impressed by this type of craft.
I love it. That is so awesome.
Yes. So,
wow.
Any questions?
Yeah, any questions? A lot of people want to see the other finished project too, so we can talk about both of them if you want when you're
Sadie,
ready.
would you mind to hand me that really quick? It's
is it not on the table? Sorry.
No, I don't know why I didn't bring it up
It's
here.
okay. I didn't even know how they knew about it. I guess in the pictures.
It's right there, just on that shelf.
That's
it says
awesome.
explore more on it. Yes. Okay, so this is the cheetah print. This is the just a decal one, which is going to be easier. It's a better starter project, I think, rather than doing a full wrap.
For sure. Now, I do want to let you guys know, this is on here forever, right?
Yeah,
like,
it never goes away.
Never going away. Never. Yeah. Look at it.
Yes.
Oh,
now, this backside needs a little bit of help, but I can totally go back in with some little individual cheetah spots and etch those on there.
I love it.
But now we know that these are slightly tapered.
Yeah.
But the regular decal, like, it's pretty mistake proof. Like, you can't really mess that up.
That's awesome. And I mean, for a cotton ball, someone asked why you needed so many cotton balls.
I mean, it's to each their own.
Each their own. You could use little more.
It starts getting very saturated. So and you don't want it to be super heavy whenever you're applying your layers. So I was kind of getting a new cotton ball every so often because I didn't want it to be like full of that chloride.
Yeah. You don't want it to be too saturated and potentially get underneath your mask or your stencil.
You need a very good, thin, even coat on these.
And someone said this would be great for a flask. This would be perfect for a flask. If you're doing any type of wedding gifts, things like that, monogrammed ones, or something really cool on there.
That's a great idea.
Perfect. Yeah, groomsmen gifts, that would be awesome. So Jan says, how saturated is your cotton ball? So you'll know when it's too saturated. I think you'll just know.
If you get some on your cotton ball and you go to put it on here and it's like orange and like kind of drippy, it should not be that. It should be like just a very thin, almost feels like you're not putting enough on there.
Yeah.
But you're doing it 5 times. So you're getting enough product.
You're repeating it a lot.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to get even coverage. That's how you're going to get the great results. You're going to get results like this because you're doing it nice and slow.
Right.
And I mean, we all just need to give Alicia a round of applause for applying that stencil.
Lord, y'all, I don't know
the
what
devil
was
playing with the church's money.
They were. He was. But we made it. I will not do a full wrap on these again.
You did it. You did it. So this has to be done on non-color stainless steel?
Now, I have not tried this technique on colored stainless steel, but I'll say if it's colored stainless steel, it probably has a clear coating of whatever, like a red clear coating or a blue clear coating.
It's not actually stainless steel.
Yes, but that might be a good citrus strip project if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But you can try it. I always recommend if you're going to be using like a stainless steel tumbler, try a Dollar Tree one first. Don't go in with your Yeti tumbler and like get crazy.
No.
Until you like really know what you're doing. Yeah. It is easy, but I don't want you to mess up your Yeti or your fancy expensive tumbler when you could just try it on these Dollar Tree tumblers first.
And again, you all watched, but 5 coats and then the baking soda.
Yep.
Will neutralize it, and then you rinse it off.
Yep, and then just pull your stencil off.
You pull the stencil off.
It's very easy.
5 coats, Kristen. Very thin coats.
Yeah. Someone asked if rub and buff could be applied. I have not tried that, but I don't know.
Yeah, they said rub and buff and then epoxy to like make it permanent. I don't know if rub and buff would.
I wish y'all could feel it because it's feels exactly the same. It feels like there's nothing. If I couldn't see it, like I would think there's nothing on it.
It's very hard.
Yeah, so I don't know if that would work. But you try it.
Try it.
That would be cool. Yeah.
I love it. Well, y'all, do you have any other questions about anything we've covered today? There's been so much covered, and it's really, I mean, this is such a fun technique. It went crazy. We're talking about at the top of the show how crazy it was. People on TikTok, people on YouTube,
so many questions.
Instagram was like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
So this was it.
This is it.
You're in-depth training to see how you really, really do it. Yeah. So super fun. How many coats to get it really dark? I don't think there's any darker than what we have it.
I mean, 5 coats, that's pretty dark. And it may not be translating as well in the camera as it is for us, but it's pretty dang dark.
It's very dark.
You can see it.
Yeah, the cheetah print on camera, it's just the light. It's
Yeah.
not, both of them are the same darkness on our end.
Right.
Should we rinse it in your kitchen sink? So Rosa, you already are going to neutralize it with the baking soda. So then you don't have anything to worry about because you're mixing it, of course, with the water too. So
Right.
you should be totally
And
fine.
just try not to like directly put any ferric chloride down in your sink. Like if
Yeah,
you
don't pour it.
neutralize everything first. That's why we do that before we go to
Yep.
rinse it off. So
Yep. Yeah, Patty, if you have the stencil vinyl, I mean, you already are ready to do it. And
Yep.
remember, use vinyl colors that you
yeah.
will never use
Yep.
as your stencil, which
Yeah,
will be
that's
fantastic.
perfect. That's a perfect use
Yeah.
for old vinyl or vinyl you don't
Yeah.
use.
So Judy has a great question. I was going to ask you this too.
Oh, okay.
What's the time limit? Like, if I leave it on there for a long time, will it get me darker results? Like, what do you think?
I think that it would get darker, but it's not going to get like, it's not going to turn black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Love it.
saying? But I haven't left it on for like I think probably the longest I've left it on is like, I would say 20 minutes.
Right.
And that was with this one.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel like it got super dark, but it's definitely dark enough to be legible and it looks
Yes.
good. So don't sit it and forget it. Like you guys
Right.
need to be very focused on whatever you're doing. Like
Yes,
don't
yes,
be letting
yes.
the kids run around with this.
Right.
You just
Yeah.
want to be
Now, Tina
focused.
says, is your website compatible to download on an iPad? Yes. Our cut files, I think Alicia, was it you that had
Yeah.
the video on how to use our cut files on the iPad?
I did.
Oh, so we'll
Yes.
teach you exactly how to use it. Fun fact, back in 2018, I actually taught only on the iPad.
Oh,
like on my
yeah.
live show. On the
Yeah.
live show, we had an iPad and we had it like corded. So I could, like you all could see the iPad. It was weird.
love
Looking back,
that.
I was like, why did I do that?
You were
But-
using what you had.
yeah, we
That's
were.
all
We
it
were.
was.
And now we teach on the desktop primarily.
Yeah.
So yeah, all iOS friends, iPad friends, anything like that, you will totally love the membership. So definitely join. Go over there. Use that coupon code when you go for annual membership. Use the coupon code FLASH30. Sorry, I moved a chair. But yes, FLASH30. You can also be a monthly member at $27 a month. You get a lot of the same privilege. Like it's pretty much apples to apples.
Yeah.
Except yearly, you save a little, and you get a ticket to a special event at the end of the year. So super,
Yeah.
super fun, my
Love
friends. Yay, I love it. Well, we are super excited. We have some really great videos coming out the rest of the week.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
lots of good
Subscribe
stuff.
if you haven't already. We'd love to hit 600K.
Absolutely.
Today, tomorrow.
And we posted a video on Monday about the new print and cut update. I want you all to go watch it.
Go watch it. It's good.
If you guys missed the print and cut update, you can print gigantic now.
Yeah.
And that has been like highly requested forever.
Years, yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you guys check that out if you're like, what's she talking about?
Yeah, you
go
all
watch
will
that
love
video.
it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. Well, my friends, I hope you all have an amazing day. We'll see you
Yes.
back here and inside the membership at Makers Galore. See you guys
All right.
soon.